everyone, today we're going to present about the determinations of canned food. Canned food is food that undergo the preservation process by being tightly sealed in container for the extent of the service life for food and to maintain its qualities. The importance of canned food extend the shelf life and convenience of compositions. The quality control of canned food. First, heavy metal contaminations in raw material from canned material, lead, cadmium, mercury, arsenic, and tin that are mixed with raw material will be examined. Second, check the qualities of can, including the coating inside the can, such as epoxy resin, polyester coating, and BPA-free coating, tin plate, tin-free steel, aluminum in can bodies. The production process flowchart for canned food start with receive the raw materials, condiment, food additives, and some water, then mixing them together. And the process of receive the can, we have to check the qualities of them. When the food is packed in can, we will check the heavy metals contaminations in food. The diagram will show the production process of canned food. The two important steps of interest is determining contaminant in canned food and checking the qualities of can.
Canned food is a food preparation process in which food is packed in can and heated using technology to destroy microorganisms that cause food spoilage. This food product can be stored at room temperature for several years. Generally, canned foods are divided into two main groups: low-acid canned food or LACF, such as meat and vegetables, and high-acid canned food or HACF, such as food. The risk of food contamination from heavy metal. The first is high-acid canned food, pH value lower than 4.6, such as canned food, juice, tomato, and products containing vinegar. Impact of heavy metal contamination. High acidity can accelerate the corrosion reaction of metal packaging, causing metals such as lead, tin, and iron to dissolve into the food mold. To prevent this problem, manufacturers often use coating inside cans such as bisphenol A to prevent food-to-metal contact. However, if the coating dissolves into the food, they pose a health risk. The second is low-acid canned food, pH higher than 4.6, such as meat, vegetable, and canned soups. Impact of heavy metal contamination. Low acidity causes corrosion of metal packaging to occur more slowly, resulting in less metal dissolution into food. However, heavy metal contamination can still happen from raw material if they contain heavy metal from the beginning. Heavy metals are commonly included. The first, lead contamination can be caused by raw materials used in food production that are grown or raised in lead-contaminated areas or by using substandard containers. The second, cadmium, raw materials grown in soil high in cadmium or fertilizers and pesticides containing cadmium can be contaminated. The third, mercury. Canned seafood like tuna can contain mercury because it can accumulate in the marine food chain. And the final, arsenic. The origin of this is from raw material produced in soy or water source with a high arsenic content, or from the application of fertilizers and pesticides. Contaminants in canned food can be detected due to the characteristics of canned food such as cloudy liquid that contain a bit of liquid and solid components. As a result, the samples are filtered to analyze for heavy metal contamination, including lead, cadmium, mercury, and arsenic. The XRF technique is used for this analysis. X-rays are shot at the sample, causing the atom to become excited and release energy in the form of light, which is unique to each element. Generally, XRF can identify the presence of elements, but determining the exact quantity creates a calibration curve for the determination of the sample.
Cans that contain food and beverage are usually made of aluminum or tin plate and must have a coating to prevent corrosion. Checking the quality of the coating is essential to ensure that the product is safe to consume and can maintain the quality of the food or beverage. The can manufacturing process used in industry can be divided into 2-piece cans and 3-piece cans. The first type is 2-piece cans. This type of canned food is made from a single sheet of metal with no side seams, which reduces the risk of leakage. It is often used for beverages such as soft drinks and beer. The production process starts with can forming using the deep drawing process. There is an internal coating that prevents corrosion and an external coating that increases durability and beauty. Finally, the edges are folded and the lid is closed. The second type is 3-piece can. This type of canned food is made of 3 pieces of sheet metal, the body, the top, and bottom lid. There are seams on the side that need to be welded and sealed with a special coating. They are often used in the food industry such as canned fish or soup. The manufacturing process starts with cutting the sheet metal to the desired size, then forming it into a cylinder and welding the joist. After that, it must be coating inside and outside to prevent any reaction with food before closing the lid and sealing it tightly. Quality can inspection. In order to make sure the cans are of good quality and safe to use, there must undergo several inspections which include physical testing. First, measure the thickness of the metal to ensure that the can is strong enough. Second, compression test. Shaking the can withstand the pressure without deformation. Third, leak testing. Use a vacuum leak tester or air pressure tester to check that the can doesn't have the roll in the can, or check for bubble formation by immersing the can in water. And the last one, coating inspection. Make sure the coating is thick enough to provide good corrosion protection, and to avoid contamination with metal, check the coating uniformity.
Industry include epoxy resin provide good corrosion protections. Acrylic and polyester coatings are used in cans that require clear coatings. BPA-free coatings is used in food cans to reduce health impact. The quality inspection can is because of the characteristic of the can being solid and metallic. The metal sheets can conduct electricity well. Therefore, it can be checked with EDX plus SEM technique that can check the thickness and see irregularities of the crack by shooting electron to the metal sheet plate on the platform, which is connected to the electrode, causing the scattering of electron to detector, resulting in a better signal and checking the uniformity of the coating from SEM, and knowing elemental each layer from elemental mapping. Therefore, it's using both EDX and SEM analyze.
Inspection of canned food quality is divided into two terms. Term 1, testing for heavy metal contamination in food, which is test using the XRF technique to find the amount of lead, cadmium, mercury, and arsenic not to exceed the legal limit. The advantage of the XRF technique is that the sample used is liquid, so it is suitable for inspecting canned food. It's fast and can inspect many types of metal at the same time, and a limitation examine element from period 2 and above. The metric interferes with the analysis and the detection limit is low. Term 2, quality inspection is done by using the EDX plus SEM technique to find the coating inside the can and find the component in the can itself to know the risk of the coating contaminating the food and to control the quality of the can that is option to meet the desired specification. Advantage of SEM plus EDX. First, high resolution imaging. Second, elemental analysis. EDX can element and accurately identify elements in the sample. Third, point, line, and mapping analysis. Can analyze point analysis or can element dispersion of element. For minimal sample preparation. Fifth, multi-technique compatibility. Disadvantage of SEM plus EDX. First, limited elemental sensitivity. EDX can detect low atomic number of elements such as hydrogen and lithium. Second, low detection limit. Third, sample can conduct electricity well or coating by conducting electricity material for destroy sample.
Thank you for your time and your attention. I appreciate the interest. I hope you found the presentation valuable. So, this presentation is presented by first, Naragorn Udom. Second, Pasapon Pajan. Third, Nifarihan Gudeng and Sushanat Rapanung. Thank you.